Welcome, everybody. It's a big night because one of my favorite people on the planet Earth, Carla's one too. Chris Chandler is here, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show, where we do the best show left on the internet. That isn't just three dummies grousing opinions they pretend are funny, which always makes me sad. But we have real stars here: Steve Goody and Patty Vasquez. I'm Brad Tassell. Plus, we have truly professional entertainers doing professional entertainment that they wrote. Tonight is no different. We have comedian extraordinaire, and all around, what he does makes me smile so much. Chris Chandler, everybody. Yay! Yay! And our favorite little musical dumpling, Carla Albrecht.
Musical what?
Our little musical dumpling. Isn't that?
That's what I thought you said. Okay.
Her husband's not in yet, so I can say that. We also, before her husband got in, Steve mentioned that they were in bed together at one point. And yes, tomorrow is colonoscopy day. I stopped eating this morning, and I've taken all the laxatives, and then you take the prep. Now, my prep is different than it used to be. All I have is 64 ounces of Gatorade, an entire tub of Miralax. So I guess the toilet likes all the fancy sports drink electrolytes, because I'm not getting it. Now, most people think a colonoscopy is a pain in the butt. But I love it. I think of it as the best night's sleep of my life, I tell you. Thank God for propofol. But now I will tell you this. After I did all of that today, they canceled my procedure till January. I'm not doing it till January. And this is the second time this doctor has canceled me. I think he doesn't want to look up my butt. I think he's holding off. All right. Okay, well, hey, here we go. We did it, everybody. And I think we all knew he would. President Biden pardoned 2 turkeys last week for Thanksgiving. Yeah, come on, everybody. I'm sorry, we all thinking of something else? Do we care nothing about the lives of Peach and Blossom? What's going on out there? These noble birds' lives were saved when so many were sent to slaughter. And that is the highest honor a president can bestow. Oh, and he pardoned Bunny. Who cares? Okay, so pardoned Hunter. Yeah, he pardoned. Now, did anybody think he was not going to pardon Hunter Biden?
I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah, I knew he was. Yeah, and he pardoned him for 2 things that no one in history has served jail time for. And even though he was looking at 30 years in a gulag in a cell with the rotting corpse of Charlie Manson. I mean, it was crazy. I signed a form wrong. Oh, it's the gallows for you. But there's no downside for Joe, is there, in this? He's 81 years old, and he won't remember this in 3 weeks. So what the hell's the matter?
Yeah, nobody even, he's so behind the scenes for a president. You don't even see
I know. The GOP's livid, by the way, because they only like pardons if it's a sexual predator. They do not like unless you're touching kids, they want you in jail. Hey, speaking of that, Trump has hired both his daughter's father-in-laws this week. First one, Ivanka's father-in-law, is now the ambassador to France, or going to be. Charles Kushner, who Trump pardoned on federal charges. You know, at this rate, Trump is hiring so many crooks, I think Hunter Biden might get a job. He's almost up there. He's just got to find out he's touching somebody. Hey, do we know who John Collins Black is, anyone? Nope. You might want to get to know him, because he has hidden 5 treasure chests all over the U.S. with a total of $2 million in them. 5 chests all over the country. They're very fancy. Now, it's not $2 million cash. It's a bunch of crap and odd stuff worth $2 million. Stuff like Pokemon cards and a brooch from Jackie Kennedy. And you have to buy his book. There's treasure inside to find the clues. And I'll tell you this right now. The only way I'm going to go look for them is if they're literally hidden inside a pawn shop. That's the only way. Because I don't know how to pawn stuff. I don't. What I got? Even if it's a bar of gold, what the hell am I going to do with it? So I was going to bring up a picture of the chest, but I forgot to bring it in. So I apologize for that. I don't even know how to get rid of this stuff. And you know what else they have? One of the chests has a gold medal from the 1996 Olympics. I mean, I guess you just put that on, pretend I won it for bowling. I have no idea. But if you want to, get the book. And by the way, Collins Black promises that all the clues in the book will help you find the chess. Everything's there. It's all you need. All you have to do is read the book, which half the country just went, reading? Screw that. The author also promises that they are not buried. They're not in the ocean or on a mountain. They can be found by people of average health, which in the USA leaves out 90% of the country. We're in terrible health. Okay. All right. Next. Hey, are we getting a little sensitive? I just read an article that says, don't get your loved ones any fitness equipment this year for Christmas. Don't get any fitness equipment because a treadmill spells body shaming. Do we all feel this way?
Yes, I do.
Really? I think one of my wife's favorite gifts I ever got her was the rowing machine. Now, it didn't have a card that said, pull this because you're fat with it. I mean, but it was something she asked for. I think that's the key here. If someone asks for weights or a Peloton, then no problem. But don't slip a surprise elliptical under the tree with a note from Santa that says, leave the milk and cookies for me, Porky. I think that's out. Now that's for exercise stuff, though. Other things are a trap. No matter how much your wife begs, do not get her a broom or an iron. Do not do it. She says, I want an iron or a broom. Get her earrings, stupid, because that's what you get. Now, a Roomba, all bets are off. Roombas are great, so do that. Yeah. Okay. Hey, a woman in Australia found a deadly snake at her feet while driving 50 miles per hour.
Ooh,
of course she did. And because it's Australia, she was also barefoot at the time.
Oh, no.
I know. The woman was super lucky as she was able to pull off the highway as the snake slithered up her leg and get out without being bitten. Wildlife authorities arrived and captured the venomous tiger snake and also found the reason it was on the driver's side floorboards in the first place. The snake was trying to get away from the two sharks and the wombat in the back. I don't know where I got wombat. Wombat, a thing that they have in Australia?
Two sharks and a wombat. I believe that's our new acapella.
Yes,
Two sharks
and
and
wombats poop square.
That's true.
Poop square?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody
you know
knows
what?
that.
I took those Ducalax and I'm pooping pretty square myself. Oh my gosh. Y'all know this. The Big Ten Conference has fined both Michigan and Ohio State football programs $100,000 for the massive post-game brawl on the field after a Michigan player tried to plant a banner midfield. Did you all see this fun?
Oh, dear.
I know. Then many of the players started pushing and throwing punches. One stunned fan said, I haven't seen a brawl this horrible and violent since the disco on my last cruise. Notice I didn't say which line.
Yeah.
I like to get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, did anybody go Black Friday shopping?
Nope.
Hell no.
Yes.
Stores were oddly silent on Black Friday as it started. A far cry from the days when throngs of people stormed department stores and other outlets for deals, often getting trampled and bruised in the process. Most people are doing their shopping online this season, so they don't have to worry about aggressive shoppers. Those who missed that rough and tumble experience are encouraged to attend an Ohio State football game. See what I did there? Call back, switched it. Oh my gosh, last week we talked about this. Chinese billionaire Justin Sun paid $6.2 million for the comedian, which is an art piece that was a banana duct taped to the wall. Then walked over and ate it. Yep. The audience then used the duct tape to bind his hands and threw him in the river. So money well spent. Not well spent on that joke, though.
You paid for that joke, huh?
Yeah, well, I couldn't think of it. I thought I was getting a colonoscopy while I was writing. I was thinking about that. There were mysterious lights over DC this last week. Did you see that? The mysterious 4 lights.
Yes.
And online, they went nuts. UFO, alien conspiracies, with one poster saying it was the end of days. It's always the end of stupid days, isn't it? Experts are saying the lights are just reflections, but those who know that it was aliens, but after seeing a bunch of MAGA hats, decided there was no intelligent life to see. We're all going to go to jail for those jokes soon. All right. Last but certainly least.
At least we'll have a lot of
Hey, there are Christmas traditions that are ending on the German island of Borkum.
Yep.
That some consider harmless nods to their pagan roots. And you know what this is? You know what they're getting rid of? Because
women beating.
That's right.
Beating
The annual chasing of women down the street and beating them with bullhorns. Everybody.
What?
That stupid internet ruins everything good, doesn't it? Now, some citizens would actually hold the women down until they were severely beaten back black and blue. That was kind of fun.
Yep.
This is super fun for the women. The tradition, what happens is the men dressed as the Klassom wear monster costumes and rampage through town to represent getting the women back in line after the men have been away fishing. So that's kind of fun. And of course, the woke media had to report it and kill the fun. But luckily, they still have the other fine tradition where they feed naughty children to the German shepherds. So that's kind of
Yeah.
ended on a high note. Right
Yeah. Brad Tassell, everybody.
Oh.